Mediocrity feels so fucking good. So we love surrounding ourselves with mediocre people.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't get mad and don't click off this video. I know what y'all already finna do. You're waiting to click off this video. Actually, you're not waiting. You can't click off quick enough because you might feel attacked. You might feel angry now. You might feel like a bit lazy or whatever the deal is. Hold on. Let me finish.
He needs some milk.
I'm gonna get into it now. So the number one thing I gotta say with a lot of people that watch David Goggins videos that don't resonate with what he's got to say is that they don't fully listen to all the messages that he is giving us. A lot of the things that he has to say is such powerful information and priceless information, because the things that he's been through, a lot of them being by choice, but even the way that he's grown up, which is not by choice, he's been through a lot. And these are things that you can't just pick and select to harden your mind. He's a guy that's already been there, and he's putting these messages out there to motivate people that could be in that same spot, worse or better, but simply at the end of the day, people that want to improve can rock with him, watch these videos, and improve themselves in whichever ways that they want. Positively, of course. But a lot of people, when they watch these videos, they feel attacked. Well, the number one thing that you got to ask yourself too is, what are you doing to better your life? What are you doing to positively put yourself up there in a way that you could feel happy about yourself? That when you watch these videos, maybe you won't feel attacked, or when someone puts you on these videos, you could actually use it for motivation. Don't watch the video and be like, oh man, like what he's saying is right. Like I am a loser, and you're just gonna, you know what I'm saying? You can't do that. What you gotta do is feel fired up. And it could be, honestly, a lot of people, it could be from an angry type of standpoint because they want to improve themselves, so that's what's gonna get them pumped up. Or it could just be from like say from Batman, a vengeance type of standpoint. You want to get out there and prove something. Like you see on my shirt, prove them. They're coming soon. A little self promo, I got y'all. But at the end of the day, like you gotta realize, that's the key word I'm gonna use. Realize what you want and what he's saying, where you want to be and where he's been and where he's at. Those are the key things that you got to take into account. He's not attacking anybody. He just wants self-improvement for everybody that rocks with him, right? So whether you can take his message direct or not, he doesn't want you to take him literally. He wants you to understand what he's saying, resonate what he's saying, and portray it into your life in whichever ways will benefit you to becoming a better person. For me personally, Goggins is someone I could obviously look up to, you know what I'm saying, watch his videos, and it gets me fired up. I can hit the gym, get a good workout in. If I listen to his videos all the time, like while I'm at the gym, if I listen to his videos the whole time, man, I can guarantee it's gonna be a good workout, because the way I take the information that he's giving me, it's like education. I can listen to it, and it's like I'm constantly learning. You know what I'm saying? The cycle never really ends, because you can never be perfect in life. There's a lot of things that you gotta improve on, gotta change, gotta grow. So when you're listening to his videos or watching his videos, whatever, you know, however you want to put it, there's a lot that we could take from it and just use it pretty much as fuel. And it's not a hater type of fuel, which is another thing that he doubles down on in there, to use what haters say as fuel. But what he says, you got to use it as a place for motivation, right? And motivation isn't always going to be there. That's another thing that he says. You have to realize you got to operate upon your own terms, essentially at all times. Because when motivation isn't there, when it's down, you know, when it's a rainy day outside and you're just thinking, am I really gonna go out right now? Am I really gonna hop in the car, go to the gym? Am I gonna run around the block, get my miles in? You know what I'm saying? Whatever the deal is for you. Or are you gonna put it on your agenda? Essentially, you're gonna look at it like it's on your agenda and you gotta do it. Because let me put into perspective, when you work at like a 9-to-5 job, right? You clock in. What do you have to do that whole time when you're at work? You have to do work. You have no other option. So when you're at home, what things are you saying that you have to do and you're actually gonna do it? Or do you put those things aside because you feel like this way, or you feel like that way, or you earn this or you earn that? But if you're not doing these tasks, what have you really earned? You gotta remain extraordinary at all times in order to earn certain benefits in life. because that way you're gonna open a lot more doors, and that's how you're gonna push yourself to be a lot better in life. And that's a lot of the things that David Goggins says. So obviously I put it in a more soft way, but the way he says it is meant to get you going. You know what I'm saying? It's meant to keep you moving, motivate you, right? So that's another thing that I figured I'd double down on there, just to make sure people understand the message correctly. A third thing I gotta mention too is he keeps everything real. A lot of people may see, you know, a year transformation all in one video and think it's just easy because they see how the weight may go from big to small. They might see how the weight goes from small to big in a you know, a muscular standpoint, or built, toned, whatever you want to put it. But you got to realize a lot of these things are compounded, like results. Compounded results is what I'm looking for. So over time, a whole lot of work and consistency, dedication, passion, all that you want to put in there in a pot, and you stir it up. And you got to stir that pot every day, almost every day. You know what I'm saying? There are days that you could take off. That is acceptable. We are only human at the end of the day. But you got to realize your grind can't be stopped for anything. You got to keep on your grind no matter what if you want to see those results at the end of the day. And that is only up to you. No one else can change the way your body looks. If you want to do it naturally, it's got to be you. So if these are one of the things that you're not happy about, you got to get out there and do it. And that's just one example that I'm using. So you got to make sure that consistency is on point and you're constantly, you know what I'm saying, stirring that pot. So that way, when a year passes, you're going to see some difference and change within yourself too. You can't just look at yourself one day and then look at yourself the next day and then the day after that and expect to see change. Especially if you're not going hard and if you're not consistent. You're only going to tire yourself out and you're going to feel a bit more depressed in that standpoint, because you're not going to see change as quick as you saw in that video. That's one of the things a lot of people don't realize. A lot of the time, it is comparing ourselves to other people that we look up to, that look like how we want to look, or have done things that we want to do. But the other thing that we don't really realize is how often we check ourselves. It's like checking yourself on a scale, which a lot of people will be aware of that. But looking at yourself in the mirror is another form of doing that same type of thing. You got to be able to take it or limit what you're exposing yourself to upon your self change, right? Or self improvement. You got to give yourself time. Everything takes time, and time is our best friend. Let's use it to our advantage. At the end of the day, anyone can take this video, you know, in any positive way that they can. Hopefully it changes their perspective on David Goggins if they don't really rock with him, or if they didn't really rock with him before. Hopefully you rock with him a bit more now, or understand him, or maybe you'll give his videos another shot. But like, honestly, I just know, even for me, it's a spot where I could definitely, you know, hop into and use it to my advantage towards becoming a better person in many aspects of my life. It's like straight motivation every time I turn on any of his videos, any of his clips. Everything just resonates with me perfectly. But a lot of people don't feel that way. So that's why I wanted to make this video, to kind of put it out there, have some reasoning, you know what I'm saying, that people could really think, take their time with it, maybe watch it again, rewind the clip, whatever the deal, so they can understand, right? You gotta understand. And yeah, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, everyone can self-improve together. One thing that I live by, because you know how Goggins has to stay hard, my brother has to stay driven, and I have my prove 'em, you know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier in the video, this stuff, you know, it's gonna hit the shelf soon. I will have it for you guys to cop if you want. It's gonna be more so of a prototype, but I want to get something out there sooner than later for you guys, because I know there's been some demand for you know, hoping some people can rock these sweaters on their backs, so, and also t-shirts and everything too. I'm taking care of it, don't worry. Hopefully it'll come soon, but I am gonna try to get it out there soon. Consistency, like I said, is key, so I'm gonna keep at it for you guys. But you guys take it easy. You know the deal. The clock is ticking. Prove 'em. Later.